There we go. Welcome everyone to our live Firestarter Friday call for today, Friday, May 15th. This year is flying. Summertime, summer's definitely hit here in Florida. Is it hit out there in California yet, Nodder? It is
Sure
getting
has, young
hot
man, wearing
out here.
t-shirts and shorts.
Nice. Love it.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, yeah, another man. Summer's hot. Live Good is hot. Things are heating up in a big way. Numbers continue to roll in. Product orders continue to fly out the door. And Live Good continues to be the fastest growing company in the entire nutritional supplement industry, as well as obviously the network marketing industry as well. Another huge week. Lots of rank advancements we'll talk about here in a minute. I don't have a lot of announcements today. Let's see what Nodder's got to say. Nodder, good morning out there.
Oh, there we go. It's like I've never done a Zoom before. What's up, buddy? Good morning to you, Ben. Good morning to 2 million amazing pioneers. Good morning, Lisa and Ryan and the puppies and the kids. Anyway, what a week, brother. What a week. I mean, I've been blown away. I mean, it's like it's like it's Energizer Bunny. That's a good word. That's the word I was looking for. Is that when people see true value, ladies and gentlemen, when people are having fun, and that's one of the things. And I've known Ben for 26 years now, coming up actually 26 years any day now. And it's all about fun. He's the funnest guy. He's turned, a fun father, fun friend, and Live Good is a fun company. And how can we be fun? Well, a lot of other companies start things with argument. Mine is better than yours. My compensation plan pays better than yours because of our being genuine, because our transparency, because of the fact that when people truly look at what we have to offer, they cannot unsee it. So, ladies and gentlemen, thousands and thousands of brand new people a day are taking a serious look at Live Good. We call them tour takers. They want to see what's going on. They've heard about this amazing company that in about 3 years, it's broken every record in some of the biggest industries on the planet with zero competition. They're hearing about this company that's paid thousands and thousands of people with zero experience in a home-based business, making $200, $300, $400, $500 a month, proudly holding their chin up, knowing when they share our model, our community, our love with their friends, nobody's getting ripped off at a cost of 1 out of 1,000 people maybe getting a watch, going on a trip, or getting a pink Cadillac at a cost of a single mother paying $65 for a $14 CBD oil, or a truck driver end up paying $75 for a green that was probably made for $5 and doesn't say what's in it. So yes, thousands and thousands of people a day, ladies and gentlemen, are taking a serious look at Live Good. They're kicking the tires as being tour takers, especially with the new page, especially with the new video. But guess what? That's just the tip of the iceberg. 3 out of 10 people that are taking a serious look at Live Good, ladies and gentlemen, cannot wait to get involved. Why? Because here are the statistics, and Ben shares it all the time. Over between 60 to 75% of the people worldwide, ladies and gentlemen, are already taking some kind of a supplementation. They don't know what's in it. They don't know who made it. They don't tell you what's in it because they hide behind some secret proprietary super duper secret formula. So people, it's a market that's already out there, as Ben shared last Friday. We are out there helping the masses that they thought they're getting healthy, and they thought they're staying healthy by finding one product that some celebrity told them it fixed everything. But now we're opening their eyes. So there's only probably one thing that I'm not in full agreement with Ben. I truly believe that because of Live Good, yes, over 60% of the people are currently spending, please listen carefully, between $80 to $100 a month on junk, on things that they don't know what's in it, who's behind it. God forbid you reach out to the companies and ask for what they brag about. Like Ben mentioned something about some company. I should have written it down, that I guess their main page when you walk in is like, we don't hide anything. I'm sure he's going to correct that. But ladies and gentlemen, here are some bullet points for you. Again, welcome to our family. Everybody that you can think of on planet Earth is going to hear about Live Good. We've been running hard for 3 years and we haven't even begun yet. Our first year or so, we got about 1 million members. That is a phenomenal number. I mean, the closest competition out there is a company that some of you have heard about called Amazon. It took Amazon 2 years, ladies and gentlemen, to get their 1 million Prime members. But it cost them tens of millions of dollars of investor money to entice 1 million people to join some club, because at the time, subscription model wasn't as hot as it is. But look at Amazon now. They have everything under God's blue sky. 220 million Prime members are paying Amazon $14.95 a month. The future of commerce is a fact, is subscription model. So here's what I believe. I believe because of Live Good, because of the fact that we have zero competition. I mean, it's really weird, Ben. We've been running hard, having fun, paid $140 million in commissions to almost everyday people who Live Good as their first and last opportunity for about 3 years, and nobody's even trying to compete. And I know why. You know why. But we're being too nice. I know we're a very loving company, but I'm just going to say it. Because there is a market out there that haven't heard about Live Good yet. Believe it or not, 2 million is an amazing number. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for getting the good news of Live Good to your beloved without having to hide behind some attraction marketing, leads, funnels, buying this, buying that, post. When you have something that you're proud of, you go out there and share it. But here's what I want to share with you, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody that you can think of is going to hear about Live Good. So the most important thing for all of our brand new members that join our family, especially this week, thousands and thousands of people who are tour takers and then pull the trigger and get our products and fall in love with us. The most important thing is to become the product of the product. And now you can afford it. Because I believe from the bottom of my heart, because of Live Good, and again, we have no competition, which is absolutely weird, which tells me about how bad is greed out there. Because a lot of people haven't heard about Live Good yet. So guess what? And I used a bad word last week. I apologize. I said charlatan. I'm going to say it again. So Charlotte, a lot of people know business opportunities or whatever. Investors know that, hey, already over 60% of the people are already willing to pay $80 a month. So why don't we make something for $5, pretend everything is in it, and take their $80? And one of the reasons supplement industry hasn't grown that much yet is because of that. But because of Live Good, a lot of things going to change. People are finally going to say, you know what? I can get healthy. I can stay healthy. I can make some extra money on the side from home without ripping off my friends, without hiding behind attraction marketing or overcoming objections. So ladies and gentlemen, step number one, become the product of the product. Remember, there are 11 million network marketers in the United States that haven't heard of Live Good yet. There are over 250 million people in the world that did network marketing the old way that haven't heard of Live Good yet. Guess what? They all have a heart, they all have eyes, they all have skin, and we have what they need. So this week, set a goal while you try a new product with Live Good and see how it blesses you. Get on social media, maybe 30 minutes a night, and look on groups. It's free. Go to Facebook, click on groups, put in CBD users, put in amino acid, put in shilajit if anybody has what we have. We know nobody has our factor 4, but put in multivitamins. I assure you, there are hundreds and hundreds of groups on social media with thousands and thousands of people that are already paying for these things, but they're just overpaying for junk. So guess what? Now you get to bless them. You get to bless them with the highest quality at the lowest price. And that's how you're going to hear the duplications numbers that we have. So Ben, brother, I want to thank you because one of the most important reasons that we don't have a competition, here it comes. Here it comes. Because no one could have pulled this off. Ben has been running efficient companies. Now they call them green after the lockdown. Efficient companies for over 20 years. He knows how to trim the fat. He knows how to go out there and make the most out of little. He keeps the main thing. To me, it's always been integrity with this young man. But he does it while he's smiling. And when he left the industry 10 years ago, broke a lot of hearts, but it made a lot of sense. Because way too many people, over 9 out of 10 people who join this industry to make some money, because nobody's going to join the old network marketing to get good products. It's common sense. But we know what's going on in this industry. So ladies and gentlemen, go out there, share the love, become the product of the product, reach out to millions of people after you're done talking to your friends and just tell them how you found the highest quality products at the lowest price and simply have them fill out the most comprehensive health assessment on the planet. Ben, thank you, buddy, for doing this. 2 million pioneers, thank you for grabbing the tiger by the tail. Lisa and Ryan, thank you for creating the most amazing result-driven products on earth that you initially made for your beautiful family. And now because of this guy and 2 million pioneers, we're about to change the world. Back to you, buddy.
Awesome. All good stuff. And yes, for those of you who have not taken that health assessment yet, it's literally a free health report. I mean, that thing, it has so much value that so many people don't recognize. Actually, speaking of going into groups and stuff, you could even give out free health assessments. Say, hey, have you guys seen this free health assessment that Live Good's giving out for free? You're not selling anything. You're giving them true, honest value. And when you guys see the value in that health, like, look, The reason most people don't take supplements, or not most people do, as Nader said, over 60% of people are already taking supplements. But the ones that don't, the reason, and at the same time, a lot of people who are taking supplements don't even know if they're taking the right supplements, don't even know if the supplements they're taking are helping them or giving them filling all the deficiencies that they have. And that's where the value in the health assessment comes from. It breaks down like 10 different areas of your health, from brain health to immune system health to stress, anxiety, sleep, heart health. So many different categories, areas that a lot of people don't even think about. Like one of the questions, it was funny because I was just on a call with one of our design teams this morning, and I had them take the health assessment to see the value in it. And one of the questions is, do you live within a mile of a highway or a golf course? And they didn't understand why that question was even in there. Well, highways have a lot of pollution, a lot of air pollution, smog, toxins in the air. Same thing with golf courses. They use a ton of chemicals to fertilize and keep the weeds and weeds out, stuff growing. A lot of chemicals on a golf course that seep into the air, that you inhale and put toxins in your body. And it's just another question to let you know you absolutely need to be taking our chlorophyll and zeolite detox, like such a simple yet powerful product. Like that health assessment is so detailed and covers a lot of stuff like that people don't even think about. So first of all, if you haven't taken that health assessment, absolutely do that. You can find the link in my website's link in your back office. It's myfreehealthreport.com/username, whatever your username is, Nader, Ben, Ryan, whatever. Take it yourself and then start giving it out. And anyone who goes to your link and takes that health assessment, not only does it give them that full report, it also tells them what products they need. Our new email campaigns are going to follow up with them a lot and get a lot of those people to order. Even if they took the health assessment a year or two ago, they're going to get some emails telling them, hey, we saw you took the health assessment a few years ago. At that time, you had some heart issues. You needed our Super Reds. If you haven't ordered them yet, here's some more information about, those are still Super Greens, about our Super Reds, and gives them that information. So give out those health assessments. It's a free way to add value to any group out there in the supplement space without selling anything. Say, hey, I took this health assessment. It's totally free from Live Good. Here it is if you guys want to take it. It really helped me a lot. I didn't even know that I had toxins in my body. I didn't know that my heart was bad. I didn't know I was deficient in magnesium or vitamin D or any of that kind of stuff. So it really does have a lot of value. I mean, and it could really save lives. A lot of people don't think about stuff that health report reveals for them. So that is awesome. Yeah, love the health report. I wrote down a few other things you said, but fun is a big word. I mean, there's a lot of drama in the network marketing industry, and there's really none here, which is awesome. And I will take a lot of credit for that. I think everything kind of starts at the top. You lead by example, and I live a no drama life. I know Nader does too. I know Ryan and Lisa do. Get drama out of there. Take responsibility for where you are. Don't blame others. Be happy, be helpful, be kind, be loving, be joyful, and good things happen. And at the same time, I think jealousy is a big thing in the network marketing industry. And what we talked about last week, the whole, scarcity thing about terminating people if they start doing another business. If you're confident in what you have and you know that you've got the highest quality anything, in this case supplements, at the lowest prices anywhere, there's no reason anyone would buy any supplements from anywhere else. It just doesn't make sense. So if they want to work another business, if they want to be involved in something else, have another side hustle, need more income, I want that for them. Like, I want people to do what they want. I want people to have success. I want to see people win. And I am not concerned in the least that it's going to take away from Live Good, because it's everybody needs Live Good. And when you have that confidence and you have that genuine value that we have that nobody else has, Nader said it, there's no competition. That's another thing he talked about. And yes, I've been running, and when he says efficient companies, there's two ways to make a company more profitable. You bring in more money, or you lower your expenses. And when you do both of those things, we're growing every day, and we keep our expenses very low. we don't have a lot of overhead. We don't have expensive corporate offices. Yeah, we have 3 warehouses packed floor to ceiling with inventory ready to ship to you guys. And we go through so much inventory every single day. We've got the best warehouse packing team, shipping team out there. I mean, these guys love coming in every single day, packing those orders, sending them out to you guys, helping you get them on time every time. Fortunately, we don't need someone to process refunds or returns because nothing comes back. We have one person go through them once a week, and there's like 1 or 2 a week. Sometimes there's 0, which is awesome. I mean, a lot of companies, and this is a true thing, probably Amazon, have literally multiple people just handling returns. Like their whole job is handling returns. I mean, we have, it's literally like a 10-minute a week job for one of our packers. After they're finished packing, we have them go process the refund, the one refund that week. So that's a really cool thing. But when you keep your overhead low, it really makes profitability much easier. And I say this a lot, company, there's a lot of talk out there, everyone wants to tax the rich and be against the rich and all this stuff. But when, if a company is not profitable, they're not going to be in business. They're not going to be able to employ people. They're not going to be able to pay out $140 million in commissions to average people just like you guys. They're not going to be here. So it is very, very important for a company to be healthy enough to have a surplus, to be debt-free, to be in profit, to be able to continue to serve its staff, its members, its affiliates, and everyone on payroll. And the coolest thing, I think it's another thing, I've talked about this before, just my business philosophy. I've owned and run a lot of businesses out there, still do today. Very proud. Every single one of them has been profitable, but and a lot of that is, because I keep overhead low. I don't spend excess on anything. But where was I going with this, Nodder? There was a
running companies. I said the word greens. You said efficient, and you explained
it'll pop back in. I literally just took my methylene blue. I meant to take it this morning. I just popped it in. It'll kick in here in a second, and it'll come right back to me. Yeah. Well, okay, we'll hit that in a second. But what else did you say, Nodder? Yeah, 3 out of 10 duplication. Lots of good stuff. But yeah, it really, it makes it easy when you have something of value, you have no competition, you're doing things right, helping others, and that's why we're all winning. And this is just the beginning, guys. So Awesome stuff, Nodder. Good way to kick off the call. Let's go out to Director of Product Education, Lisa Goodkin. What's up?
Hello. Hi, guys. Well, I was thinking about it with the detox because I was running my dogs this morning, and I was up in the front of my neighborhood, and there was a guy out there spraying his lawn. And it just smelled so strong that I'm huffing and puffing running, but I'm trying to hold my breath and yank my dogs quickly past. Just because I hate the toxic exposure. We do even if you do a very good job on your own, in your own home, in your own yard, it is so true that these toxins are everywhere. And another thing, I think it's in the questionnaire. Also, if you have like an attached garage, which most homes have an attached garage, but the fumes that come off vehicles and the gasoline, they seep into your home. And honestly, I just did all my full workup with my functional medical doctor and my toxic screening and all that. And I show a toxin from gasoline. We are in the process, honestly, of building a detached garage for our cars to go in for that exact reason. But, not everybody's as sensitive as others, but, you don't know until you test. But bottom line, our detox is a gentle detox designed for everybody to use on a daily basis. So it's not like this. I still get the questions on how long should I be doing this for? What do I avoid? This is part of your regular daily routine, right? We're supporting our system that sometimes gets backed up, right? Should I say? Our bodies are detoxers. We're detoxing all the time. So really what it is, it's made to support the system. So that was my thought on the detox. And, there's, again, with all these other supplement companies out there, especially that come with a shiny object, that the new ingredient that's making all these promises, whatever it is, we all know, we see them all the time. But it's really and also all this biohacking stuff. And I'm not knocking biohacking because I actually love it, but I do the other stuff first. So, people want the biohacks before the basics. But health doesn't work that way. Like you have to build the foundation first, then layer strategically. And that's what I mean. I love the biohacking, but I have all the foundation. Like I do everything else that I'm supposed to do first. You can't just go to the end. It's funny. My doctor actually used an analogy. I mean, it was silly, but she said it was like wearing, buying these designer heels, but having no dress. You're just like jumping the gun a little bit. And a lot of times, like if you're doing something like specialty supplements without foundational nutrition, think about it. If it's like you're planting a garden in like bad soil, depleted soil, and then you go out there and you water it every day, and you're like, why is nothing growing, or why is it not thriving? If you have depleted soil, if you have the foundation is depleted, right, it's not gonna flourish. So that's why I always do talk about our foundational five, and I really want you guys to use that. When you email me, it's very redundant where I say you got to start with the foundational five, and then I layer some other things, and I'll say start there first. I love the layering of foundational five and the detox, right? So you have the foundational five, so you can make sure your body's working properly and able to help to detox properly, and everything's going to work better. Then you layer in the detox. So there is a lot of layering, a lot of stacking going on. I do have a testimonial from an affiliate, and this guy we email often, and he's very healthy, does all the stuff that you're supposed to do lifestyle wise, right? And takes a lot of supplements, but he wrote to me, he's like, I wanted to share with you, for the past 2.5 weeks I've been taking methylene blue, NAD, black seed oil, factor 4 magnesium, vitamin D, and the multivitamin. Now mind you, he's been taking, right, the foundational stuff, but he's added in a little bit more to his stack. And I have to tell you, the difference has been noticeable. I am very in tune with my body physically and mentally, and there has absolutely been a shift, and I'm loving it. My energy levels were already high, but they've elevated even more. My thoughts are clear, no brain fog at all. As an entrepreneur, that's worth gold. My mind is always moving, ideas constantly coming, but now there's a sharpness and clarity to my thinking that's really hard to put into words. But in addition to that, my workouts have just skyrocketed. I do fairly heavy squats with a high amount of reps on the machine. And before this, I would gas out much quicker. My heart rate would climb faster and I'd hit the wall sooner. But now it feels like I've got another gear. My endurance has noticeably increased, and there's just way more output, more drive, more intensity. And it's not just physical. The physical and mental work hand in hand. I've always been a high energy person, but this feels more focused and more dialed in. It feels good to outwork the young guns in the gym. To feel this kind of energy and stamina is fantastic. And I like how he said that too, because he is an older gentleman. He's not like 20 years old that you would say, of course they're going to feel like this. He just wanted to share this with me because the change was significant enough. And what I said to him is like, you've perfected your stack, right? You figured out what works for you. And we are all extremely different and individuals. So if you're doing something and it's not necessarily working for you, it's not getting frustrated and stopping. Reach out to me. Have your customers, your prospects reach out to me. Let's tweak things, right? There is a formulation and a stack for everybody, but it does take time to figure out. This is not like some rule book. So I say, I always encourage you guys to reach out to me so I can help you before that frustration hits. And then on another note, I've had a few emails about frustrations with their marketing and stuff, and they hate making videos. It just doesn't, they don't do well in front of the camera. What do I do? You have to do what feels right and authentic, because if you're doing a video, and you can feel that you're not being authentic, you feel fake, you feel forced, everybody else is going to see that too. So maybe you're a talker, but you don't want to be forward facing, right? So use your voice and talk through things and have graphics. Or maybe you're a writer and you like to get your emotion out in writing. You have to do what works for you, and communicate in person to others is also a very, very big thing. But yeah, touch on everything and figure out what works for you. But some people's business grows faster than others. But regardless, you just need to be true and authentic to who you are and what you're about. And like I always say, be organic, and things will just happen naturally for you. Yep, I think that's it. Back to you, Ben, if you're there.
Awesome.
Oh, there you are.
Love it. Great stuff, Lisa. Thank you so much. Awesome. Dr. Ryan, what's going on out there?
Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. Happy Firestarter Friday, that is. So Ben, I think you said, I'm going to just two things that just jumped in my mind here. First thing, though, about the detox. Lisa, did you see that article I think I sent you a while ago? It was on the microplastics. I believe I sent it to Nora and Ben too, but it's kind of crazy because the amount of microplastics that are in our food, in our food supply, and we're consuming. Crazy enough, though, I will have to post this. I'll have to get a copy of this. But there's a study that showed zeolite, believe it or not, zeolite was used, and it was binding these microplastics, and it was helping the body eliminate. Because don't forget, zeolite actually is a drug in Cuba. Um, they use it pretty frequently down there, and that would be. I mean, it's obviously a thing that's now on people's radar. I mean, they realize that our plastic, or we live in a world of plastics, and the problem with plastics is they really can deposit in tissue, and like they say that most fish that were sampled contain these microplastics. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, but yeah, of course, living near these places like highways and golf courses, the attached garages is a big one because even when the car's not running, it's not a matter of the car running; it's when it's off. Believe it or not, a lot of these fumes are still emitting from the vehicle. So people don't really know that. That's not a common thing. So, but yeah, for sure. So I think that's definitely something where the detox is super important. That zeolite is super beneficial for that as well. Another thing I was thinking about was with the parasite cleanse, because the last product. Sorry, I'm just trying to put my thoughts together. The parasite cleanse was just launched, and it's doing really well. It's an awesome product. It's one of the most requested products I think we've ever had. But I know we talked about this on our Zoom, Lisa. We did our Monday training on parasite cleanse, but it's really imperative that people understand that detoxing there's a lot of consequences to it, and I wanted to make note of a few products that you need to take along with it, and that is really fiber. You're going to need the fiber for the gut motility. You're going to want to move things through. You're going to want to eliminate, and fiber can help you do that. It can help you establish a very healthy gut and bowel system. A lot to do with bowel movements, of course, but it can really provide some stability to your gut environment. But you also need liver support. Liver support is critical. A lot of what happens in a parasite die-off and kill-off, you will suffer some of these consequences where you have this surge in sort of parasitic effects or the death of these parasites. So you really need to eliminate. There's an elimination phase that you have to focus on. And there's a couple of different elimination phases in the liver. That's why our liver support, if you're technical and understand the phase 1, phase 2, and different detox pathways, you would look at the Live Good liver support and be very impressed because it covers both pathways. That was intentional. And that's something we do talk about in our liver support educational training as well. So if you want to hear more about that, check that out. That's the case with a lot of these products. So, we were talking yesterday, Ben. It was a little bit about outcomes. You kind of introduced me and said a lot of what we focus on is how to make things work well. And that's another good example is the liver support. I mean, you start really kind of focusing on the ingredients that are used and how they work to improve the metabolism. So remember what the liver's doing. It is filtering virtually every drop of blood in our body at some point. But its job is to take something that's recognized as a foreign substance and break it down and make it so the bladder can essentially eliminate it. So it's good, or the kidney. So it's essentially going to make it more water soluble. So it has to metabolize it. It has to change the chemical structure. And it's doing that constantly. And it has all of these enzymes and different things going on. Very complex system, but it's actually pretty well documented. I mean, the science on liver function is pretty well established. And the liver support, again, going back to that liver support product that works on all of the different systems is really powerful stuff. But that's another great example of how important that is. But liver, I mean, it's just like, I know we sell a lot of liver support. I know it's a very popular product, but I bet you most people take it and don't really even realize that, in fact, that is just such a critical part of how we formulated that. So, all right. So if you're on Parasite Cleanse, summarize. You need to be actually on the Live Good USDA certified organic fiber. And when you look at our fiber, it's a tremendous value. It is one of those, you're going to need to be on the fiber and liver support. Okay. But the fiber, guys, is a tremendous value. There's not another product like it on the market when you look at the types of soluble and insoluble fiber. And here's another product though, where we formulated specifically to do the things that most brands are not doing, right? Is to make sure that you are getting both forms of fiber and different types of fiber, because you need a multi-fiber source. You don't want to just use a single fiber source. and it's powerful. It's a powerful stuff. You know, it's one of those things that everybody tells you need more fiber, right? And you're not going to continue to just eat a bunch of fruit, even though fruit's good for you. But or vegetable, you're gonna need a fiber supplement, believe it or not. I mean, I'm a huge proponent of using foods as medicine, but you're gonna need a fiber supplement. That's like everybody tells you that. All the physicians. It's not just a supplement thing, where the supplement crew is trying to tell you to take a fiber supplement. So yeah, all right. So what's up next, guys? So what we're looking at next is going to be our food, believe it or not. It's going to be our overnight oats, USDA certified organic food product. I can't wait because it actually is going to solve some serious challenges that we have for the way we consume our food. So, and actually I've got this continuous glucose monitor on. It's originally designed for diabetics. If you see, what it does is it has this subcutaneous sensor, and it's on constantly, and it reads your sugar, your blood sugar. And a lot of times you can see where the spikes occur. And Lisa and I have talked about this a lot in the past, but when you see a giant spike because you ate some food, right? You got to know what's going on with that food. And often the spikes are associated with more processed food, right? Anytime I eat something that's on the processed side, or a little more sugar or a little more calorie, you'll see it spring up. And when we do the overnight oats, it does not. It does not. It's actually a beautiful thing, really beautiful thing. So it's high in protein, it's balanced in fatty acids, it's got proper levels of carbohydrate, and you guys will. It is a terrific food for first break of your fast, and so that'll be out soon. That's actually up next. Hydrogen tabs are behind that. I just sent Ben. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Last week I talked about it. It was the design files we need to design for the coffee creamer. So that's another thing. So we wake up in the morning, we're not loading our body with a bunch of junk. So we're going to get the coffee creamer out to you. We've got the cleaner, like Ben definitely kicked my butt on. So we're ready to rock on that. Got the Zyn. I keep calling it the Zyn pouch, but we have these sublingual pouches that are similar to like the Zyn nicotine, but without nicotine. So that is on the board. And then there's more stuff in development behind that to wrap out the year. I can't believe we're already in the middle of May. Kids are now on summer break. Oh my gosh, time is absolutely flying, but we're crushing it, having a blast doing it. Ben, I'll send it back to you.
Awesome. Love it. Yeah. Parasite Cleanse is flying off the shelves. I thought I had one right here. It's around here somewhere. But yeah, I mean, it's really interesting and exciting. You never know. It's same thing with, I know that liver support was going to be so popular. This stuff absolutely crushes. And so does here's the Parasite Cleanse. It is outselling. It's right there with coffee, outselling Super Greens right now, probably 7th-ish top selling product this month. Just amazing. Awesome. But yeah, that is a really cool story. And this is another cool thing I love about Dr. Ryan. He not only does he just formulate products like most formulators do. They're like, oh yeah, spirulina is a good ingredient. Acai berry is a good ingredient. Maki berry, let's throw some of this in there. He actually tests stuff. Like, before we even launched our Vitality product, men's hormone support, this guy tested it for 90 days, and not just tested it, like tried it and see how he felt. I mean, he had blood tests done. He had a blood test before, 90 days after, had a blood test done again. His free testosterone went up by 60%. Total testosterone went up by 20% in 90 days. The only thing he changed was adding this product. So guys, if you're over 30, you need to be taking your Vitality and or your Shilajit and sea moss. Also great for hormone support, nervous system support, cholesterol support, trace minerals that we're not getting anywhere else. Just that's an amazing. I love the Shilajit and organic sea moss product, but really cool. Same thing here with the overnight oats, and I am so that might be like I've been excited about products. I am really stoked on the overnight oats. I think. Not only because it's a new category, which is really cool, but like I'm excited to take it every morning. It's funny because I have a lot of conversations with ChatGPT. I talked about this when I had a mountain bike race the other day. It said eat some oats in the morning. It's great for energy and protein and all that stuff before you work out. And now highest quality USDA certified organic overnight oats, 30 grams of protein. I really think that product is going to crush, and it absolutely should. I mean, it's just an amazing, really cool. So super stoked on that. Excited about the hydrogen tabs, the cleaner, all the stuff we got rolling out. So speaking back to overnight oats, what's the time frame?
We're right now still in procurement. We have one more ingredient we're waiting on coming in that goes out for testing for USDA organic. So don't have exact dates yet, but probably another 4 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. The organic tests, they're not very speedy.
They're not.
They do it on their own schedule, but awesomeness. All right, let's talk about rank advancements. Another big week, and this is cool. Like this is interesting, and just I don't know. I'm a numbers guy, so stuff gets me excited. But I mean, since the beginning, our cutoff days, Thursdays, have always been the biggest day of the week by far, and they still are. But and they're still like it's really cool to see how many people. I mean, almost 1,000 people every Thursday join Live Good, which is awesome, and that's like been consistent. But the other days are catching up, so it's almost not as much of a disparity between the cutoff day and the other days, which is what we've kind of Nader calls me a prophet. What we prophesized, whatever. Well, we've anticipated. I mean, we saw it coming, and it's gonna eventually, probably in the next year or so, maybe even less than that. No day is going to be any bigger than any other day. Cutoff days might still be big for the next couple of years. Yeah, it probably will, just because the opportunity is still huge. But as more and more people hear about Live Good with no intention, no interest in the compensation plan or earning money, just want to get the highest quality supplements at the lowest prices, which is where the world is going, where the company is going, where word is spreading. That's what's going to happen. And because of that, and we're already seeing it more and more, like the gap between cutoff days and every other day is getting smaller. In other words, other days are catching up because so many people are not interested. I mean, the opportunity is still huge, which is great, but it's more exciting that more people are interested who are not part of the network marketing industry, because that bucket, if you will, is what? I mean, we're talking about 200 million people in the network marketing industry compared to 7 billion in the world. So that bucket is what, 35 times bigger than the network marketing bucket. So that's a huge group of people that we're attracting, that quite honestly, no other network marketing company in the history of the world has ever been able to attract, because no one wants to buy overpriced, low quality products that they don't know what's in. Now, highest quality supplements, lowest prices, full transparency, true value with or without an opportunity attached to it. That's why the gap is closing between every other day and the cutoff days. That's why in the next year or so, maybe 2 years, every day is going to be Thursday. Well, every day is going to be every day. Like, it doesn't matter what day people hear about Live Good, and every day, people are going to need supplements. So it's really cool. But right now, the fact that cutoff days are still the biggest day of the week just shows you that people are still looking for opportunities out there. People are still looking for side hustles, for ways to generate additional income in their spare time from home. And there's not an easier, more honest, true, more powerful, awesome way to do that than with Live Good. And again, everybody needs Live Good. You guys need these supplements, and you don't want to miss out on this incredible opportunity. And it's really cool to see so many people seeing that every week. So here we go. A little bigger than last week, another big week.
Love it.
Bronzes, 710 new bronze ranked affiliates just this week alone. That's more than 100 every single day this week. 100 bronzes a day. Most companies are not putting in 100 people in a month. We're rank advancing 100 bronzes every single day this week. 710 bronzes. A lot of them signed up yesterday already. Enrolled 2 people, hit that first rank just in day 1, got into profit. Absolutely love it. We had 68 silvers this week alone. Almost 10 new silvers every single day. Building a team of 20 people in a network marketing company is not an easy task in most companies. And here, I mean, when we're doing 10 a day, which again is more than most companies are enrolling in a day, and we got 10 people building a team of 20 people in a day, every day. Just awesomeness. And silvers are making, on the low end, $100 to $300 a month. We've got some silvers in the $1,000 to $2,000 a month range, just because of the way that the matrix builds and the duplication. I mean, people are going to share. It just happens, whether you want them to or not. People find out about Live Good. And when you guys start sharing the health assessment more, I think And again, with the email follow-ups that we're going to do, we're going to see, man, this is kind of scary to even think about. I mean, 30% duplication is the word I'm looking for. Almost said retention. Retention is way, way, way higher than that. But 30% duplication. 3 out of 10 of our affiliates get into profit compared to 3 out of 100 in a good network marketing company. 10 times the average in Live Good, which is a very exciting thing. And so, and that's without emails going out, without a lot of follow-up, without a lot of tools, without our new website, without a really amazing high converting website. When that comes, there's a lot of stuff. When we talk about keeping the fuel on the fire, keeping the pedal to the metal, all that stuff, the stuff that we've been working on that's rolling out over the next few months, guys, it's just going to take it to a whole nother level. So you talk about 30% duplication, and that could go up. I mean, it's crazy to even think, because no company's ever even seen 5 or 6% duplication. We're talking about 30% and getting bigger. And I really think that's going to happen, and especially, I mean, yeah, when we have way more customers and members coming in than affiliates, those numbers are going to go way, way up anyway, because it's going to be the affiliates and members, or the affiliates bringing in those customers and members. But yeah, so anyway, back to this 68 silvers. Absolutely love it. Congratulations, silvers. Huge accomplishment that most people never achieve in the network marketing industry, and we're seeing every single week. 13 new golds, almost 2 a day. 13 new gold ranked affiliates. People built a team of 100 members in their organization, almost 2 every single day. Love it. Golds are what I call the sweet spot in the network marketing industry, $300 to $500 a month on average. So we've got golds making $3,000 or $4,000 a month, but to see 13 new, and I mean, even $300 a month, and I say this a lot, is life-changing income, especially in a lot of countries out there in the world. Even in the United States, an extra $300 a month prevents 80% of bankruptcies or something like that. It is a significant amount of money that really gives you a lot of options and helps a lot of families out there. So congratulations, 13 new golds and 3 new platinums this week. 3 people built a team of 500 members in their organization. Platinums are earning on the low end about $1,000 a month, and the high end upwards of $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month. Built a team of 500 members in their organization. 3 this week. I mean, most companies aren't seeing anyone even hit the equivalent of gold in a month. We've got 13 golds this week, 3 platinums this week, and it's just another average week in Live Good. So, I mean, it is. We're just crazy when you do things right, and you make it easy and honest and fair. And again, back to no drama. Everything's happy. Everything's fun. And you share your stories. People get results. We're not. And back to the return policy. We've got the most generous return policy in the world, and nobody takes advantage of it because they buy more. There's no reason to send back products when they're actually working. People just, it's awesome. And I mean, when you hear testimonials like the one Lisa read today and all the other thousands that are coming in every single day, it really lets you know that, not to mention, we show all the third-party testing results. We show all the toxicity tests. We show all the third-party analysis, all that stuff that no other company is doing. And that site you were talking about, Naked Nutrition, look on their site right now, nakednutrition.com. First thing it says is nothing to hide. And you ask them for their third-party tests, and they're like, we don't show that. We hide it. It's so. But this is the thing. That's the only reason that people buy supplements from other brands, is because they believe stuff. And I think as where the world is going, again, I mean, and it wasn't even like we saw this before everybody else. I mean, we saw that. We were talking about this 10 years ago, Nader.
Yes, sir.
Supplements are overpriced. They're ridiculous. It's the only thing in the world is network marketing products, and apparently supplements too, even outside of network marketing, are overpriced. Everything else in life is priced normal and traditionally. Why do people accept paying 5-8 times more for supplements than they should? And now, especially when they could get the highest quality at the highest price. But that's the thing is, people are, and this is another thing, call it foreshadowing, vision, seeing it, whatever you want to call it. people are believing less and less what they hear on the internet, what they see on the internet, videos, all that stuff. They're starting to get even smarter and compare prices and ask ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is getting smarter. And a lot of these AI bots, and the cool thing is right now they're pretty honest with their answers. I think as advertising starts on those platforms, that could change, and that's an interesting thing. But I think that the bot will still answer and say, hey, you know, these guys pay us to advertise. That's why we're promoting them first. I don't know. But point is this. The more people that understand, that see it, they can't unsee it. And that's just the education. Once people really see that they truly, honestly can get the best, the absolute best supplements on the planet. I mean, I could stop there. They should shop Live Good. And then you go lowest prices. It's just a no-brainer. And that's exactly what we have, and why we're the fastest growing company in the supplement space, why over 2 million people have already switched from those other brands to Live Good, both inside and outside of the network marketing industry, and why millions and millions and tens of millions will continue to switch over the next few years. And we are perfectly positioned, guys. I mean, it's really exciting that there's literally no competition at all. And I'm talking about no competition on the high quality side. No company out there is showing the transparency, showing the third-party testing results, showing the ingredients lists of their products out there. No one. I mean, quality, nobody even compares, and price, no one even comes close. And then transparency, no one even compares. So it really makes a lot of sense, and it's from a business perspective, guys. I mean, when there's no competition, that just gives you a huge advantage. And it's not like we're monopolizing anything. Anyone's welcome to compete. It's just, you know, it takes a lot of customers and a lot of members just to get to a point. You know, when you're working on $2, $3, $4 margins on products, you need a ton of people to, you know, to get out of debt, to cover your initial investment and product cost and all that stuff, and you know, become debt free, be able to, I mean, guys, we paid out $140 million in commissions. We've got millions of dollars in the bank. And part of that reason, and this is interesting because a lot of companies do big bundle packs or starter kits or yearly memberships to make money to be able to pay their bills that month. We don't do that. Like every yearly membership, we spread that commission out over 12 months. We're not spending that money. That's all sitting in the bank. Fortunately, it's earning us interest, which is helping even more. Like, and all that money goes into the bonus pools every single month. Every dollar comes into the company, even on Amazon sales that we get, goes into those diamond pools every month. So keep working on diamond. I truly believe those diamond pools, we've talked about this, are going to be at least $10,000 a month in a few years. Just by getting a diamond, just because the only place for everyone to go is under the ones who are already in there. But when more and more members outside of the affiliate side are coming in, and we've got 20 million, 30 million, 50 million members ordering product every month, those pools are going to be huge. And they're going to, I mean, it's possible they're $20,000 a month. And that's not just, you know, for now. Like once people see it, they can't unsee it. No one's going back to spending 60, 70 bucks for a low quality greens product when they could get the best one on the planet for $19.95. So, yeah, guys, don't miss this. Share your health assessment. Keep talking to people. As Lisa said, it's not hard. And this is the other cool thing. Like it's funny because where am I going? Got a few more minutes here. I'll turn it over to you here in a second, Nada. I'm just kind of thinking about stuff because, you know, in most network marketing companies, where you focus is where, you know, what grows. You know, you focus, and they talk about, you know, the grass is greener where you water it.
Yes.
And yes, there's definitely validity and truth and realism to that statement. And yeah, the more time, effort, energy you put into Live Good, probably the more people you're going to enroll, the bigger your organization is going to grow. But that doesn't mean you have to focus. Like most other companies are like, do this, only do this, don't do anything else. And here, like, yeah, you know, the more time you put in, you want to get to diamond. You guys want to get to diamond. Those pools are going to be absolutely huge. But if it takes you 5 years to get there, that's fine. If it takes you 1 year to get there, that's awesome. Doesn't, but just keep the focus, keep the mission, keep the main thing, and just keep talking. Just stay consistent. Doesn't have to be, it could be an hour a day, it could be 2 hours a day, it could be 5 hours a week, whatever. But just stay consistent. Or it could be, 20 hours a week, and you really focus on, finding every contact you can, learning how to make videos, maybe learning some AI stuff. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do out there to increase your duplication, increase the rate at which you contact people, communicate with people. And it's just about, how, I used to, tell people, like, look, if you want it, go get it. And that's the truth. I'm having this conversation with my son, just graduated high school, and it's like, dude, come on, you got to get to work, bro. Like, bro. I'm telling him, because and Nader will tell you, when I was grinding back in the day, 25 years ago, even 30 years ago, right when I got out of college almost, or maybe 28 years ago, and nobody outworked me. And that wasn't because I wanted to outwork people. I was just like, I wanted it. I freaking worked my butt off because I wanted to be successful. I didn't want to have to go to a job every day. I didn't want to have to wake up to an alarm. I didn't want another car to get repossessed. I didn't want to have to file bankruptcy again. But all that stuff, I wanted to surf. I wanted to have options and be able to travel and hang out with, now my kids and my family, my wife and all that. So yeah, but just, you want to make it happen. And if you want it bad enough, be the hardest worker, and I promise you it'll pay off. You might not be and I'll tell you, Nader will tell you, like, I was, as hard as I was working, I was not efficient because I wasn't saying the right stuff. I was 22 years old, and I still had this belief in my head that shouldn't have been there, but it was a little bit, it's the word, it took away from my power, is that, I'm 22 and I'm trying to tell, I'm talking on the phone with 40, 50, 60-year-olds trying to tell them, hey, you can make money, you could retire. I'm a 22-year-old kid, just got out of college. I don't know anything. I've never made money. I'm broke. I just filed bankruptcy, and I'm trying to tell you how to make money. And that was there, and I had to kind of overcome that, and believe that I knew what I was talking about. And so, but because of that limiting belief, that's the word I was looking for, and my inefficiency, and just kind of sometimes even yelling at people like, dude, you need to do this. Like, what are you waiting for? In fact, in one of our companies, the one we talked about, One Network, with that guy, Mark Guest, you had George Wiley, his one of his managers or whatever. He had talk about, running the opposite of a lean company. This guy had like 10 corporate officers in the office that are on payroll and stuff. I don't even know what George's real position was, but you told George to come tell me, like, to chill out. Do you remember that?
I remember, of course I remember. Dude, he had people getting BMWs for every staff. Remember, George drove a 740i. He was driving a Ferrari that belonged to a dentist that put up the money for the company. I mean, talk about fake it until you make it. Then, sorry to interrupt, but then there's you, who started as a rep, built it as a rep, you recognize your own, I don't want to say shortcomings, but some of the things that you had to work on, but you overcame them, kept the main thing, which in my book was your integrity and the fact that you just find fun in everything. And look now, and all of those, Ben, even the bankruptcy that we both filed back in, I think it was 98, that was mine was.
Mine was 2000.
Okay, it taught us a lesson. See, it taught us a lesson. It made us more efficient, made us more ready for what happened with Live Good. Ladies and gentlemen, I truly believe, I'm not being churchy, I truly believe this thing is just miraculous. I mean, the fact that we have no competition with over 2 million loud and proud pioneers. Our members are not just sitting around, Ben. I got people texting me about the TikTok videos that they're making. You got people in Philippines and Singapore and Malaysia spending their own money to do events. Ben, my brother, we would never see that in any other company, man. We would never see people being so proud that would spend their own money to rent halls and do events for the company. When you're proud of something, it's like a wedding. Live Good is a wedding. When you're proud of these products, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, legitimately, Ben and I could build $1 billion company around this product. It'd go away in about 2 years, or because of him, it'd probably last 4 years. But we could have. But that's not leaving a legacy. And it's not legacy for Nader, Ben, Lisa, or Ryan. It's helping the world. There is no reason for this guy to come back to work for money. Trust me. He is so humble. Trust me. There is a reason we were sick and tired of watching hundreds of thousands of people, and this is not an exaggeration because he runs software for some of the biggest companies. Sick and tired of watching Joining a Dream, getting hyped up, being all pumped up, looking at people's checks, which most of them were fake, and then lose money. Ben and I have seen reports. We look at software. People place the order. Before it arrives, they would return it. You know what I'm talking about, Ben. Not our, I mean, because we're on the software, people place an order 3 days, 4 days later, before they get the order, they will return it. Why? Because they would get to their senses. They would say, what did I just got myself into? You telling me you want me to join this company and sell my single mother friend one product that's supposed to do everything for 80 when your same company's website is talking about how they're going to supposedly give 70% of this, supposedly, to strangers? Ladies and gentlemen, he's so right. I know I call him a prophet, but this is a proof of it. This is exactly what he forecasted in the early days when a lot of, excuse my French, I almost said it anyway, upset network marketers who were sick and tired of losing their friends, sick and tired of running into their friends at the mall and the friend pretending they're on the phone because they didn't want to talk to them after they got them $5,000 worth of Monavi garbage sitting in their pantry. Ladies and gentlemen, this company is truly going to help the world to get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way. And one of the main reasons that it's working the way it is, because in the early days when we first launched, pre-launch, whatever you want to call it, all of these networkers that were sick and tired of taking advantage of their friends, so maybe 1 out of 1,000 people get a black Ferrari, came in and they passionately promoted. And we would have 2,000, 3,000 people a week hitting bronze. And it fluctuates, but guess what? It's consistently going up. There will be a day, like Ben said, that people might not know there was an opportunity attached to Live Good. Listen to that. See that guy sitting over there with a beard, blue shirt, and hair? Imagine he's Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon. Listen very carefully. Imagine if Jeff Bezos, when Amazon just started and only had books, would have come to a couple of million of the first Prime members. Now they have 225 million. Say, hey, boys and girls, how would you like to give me a one-time $40 and go out there, bring me Prime members? I'm not asking you to quit your job. Don't go borrow money. You don't have to buy $300 a month worth of Amazon gift cards to be active. Just give me a one-time $40. Nobody's losing anything. It's a half a tank of gas. You're already doing the Prime membership fee. And go out there, bring me Prime members. And then whoever they come and they bring, I'll give you a percentage of the monthly membership fee. And watch this, ladies and gentlemen. So close to Live Good. And if you bring somebody who doesn't want to be a Prime member, like in Live Good, they might not want to be a member and want to buy the products at retail, I'll even split the commission of the retails with you. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine that's Ben now. Imagine Jeff Bezos did that then. That's Live Good. There will be a day that people might not even remember there was a side hustle attached to Live Good when we have 50 million, 100 million members. But the first 2 or 3 million that got it are going to be doing good because guess what? Ben, on average, when people place a product order on Live Good, not to get a pink Cadillac, not to qualify for a car, not to get a bonus, on average, how many products do they order, brother?
Yeah, the average order is about just over 6 products, $100.
That's unheard of. First of all, that has a $400 value anywhere else. Anywhere else, because they commission the tangible. We don't. Think about it. How's that? What is that going to do to the diamond pools? Because sooner or later, you're going to have a 1 to 10 or maybe 1 to 20 ratio. When we have 100 million members, 50 million members that are getting healthy, staying healthy, doing an affordable way, and Lord knows we might have other services and products. I don't know. I'm not putting words out. Okay, when you have that, but only a small group of them, which is a couple of million, just like the Jeff Bezos scenario, that are part of the business. Imagine, by the way, your pools, ladies and gentlemen, they are much more generous than if you were just a co-owner. Because if you were the co-owner, you wouldn't get it off the gross. You would get it off the net. So becoming a diamond in Live Good, Jesse Garcia did it in 11 weeks, and he was one of the most skeptical guys. Okay, we got people done it in a few weeks. We got people done them in 3 years. But guess what? They didn't lose anything. They just got healthy, stay healthy, and did it in an affordable way. And they learned a lot of fun stuff from Lisa and Ryan. So even if it takes you 3 years to become a diamond, ladies and gentlemen, what's happening in those 3 years? You're getting healthy. You're staying healthy. You're having a blast with the funnest company on the planet. We'll teach you fun things, social things. Guess what? If it takes you 3 years to be a steady Eddie, and just love on people and share the comprehensive health system with everyone that you know and just love on them. And every Monday, just repost some of the Lisa and Ryan's videos and make your own video of the same product they're talking about. Sooner or later, when you become a diamond, right now, our diamonds are averaging about 10 grand a month. Ladies and gentlemen, if you put $2 million in the bank, is not going to give you $10,000 a month in interest. $10,000 a month in true residual income that you don't, Ben knows what I'm talking about, that you don't have to call your distributors at the end of the month begging them to place an order to you keep your rack. When we're talking about a true walk-away residual income that's going to grow, it's going to make sense why you want to become a diamond. But you becoming a diamond, unlike other Jurassic companies, is not at a cost. Listen very carefully. It's not at a cost of everyday people getting stumped on. It's not at a cost of everyday people, a single mother paying $80 for a green that doesn't tell you what's in it, and she has to stack it in her pantry. So maybe she'll find another sucker that will do the same. So ladies and gentlemen, step number one, if you haven't filled that form out, fill out that form. Step number two, get it to everyone that you know right away. Step number three, try a new Live Good product. Try a new Live Good product. Listen to Lisa and Ryan's Mondays and follow along with them. And one last thing, how many people that you know are on these diet syringes and needles and all that? Do you know there are companies out there that are taking advantage of those people because they lose so much muscle mass? Do you know you can get on social media groups a couple of hours a night, every other night, whenever time allows you, and look at people that are taking those kind of medications and they truly need high quality supplements? And now, like Ben said, when people are averaging $100 order, I mean, think about it. What's that going to do to the diamond pools? But when you can give them the products that they need for a third of the price, sky's the limit. But it all starts with you. Congratulations to all of our brand new bronzes. Congratulations to all of the other ranks. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about duplication. Go out there, share the most comprehensive health system on the planet with everyone that you know. Live Good has everything in place. 4 things that every network marketer longs for. Number 1, retention. Nobody's quitting. Remember, I just said it. We ran software for companies that people quit before they got their first product order in. They returned it before they got it. Why? Because they came to their senses. No retention in those companies, therefore no duplication, therefore there's no walkaway residual. Live Good, 9 out of 10 people that joined 3 years ago are still placing a product order. So there is your retention. The second thing, duplication. You got 3 out of 10 people that joined Live Good cannot wait to tell their friends. Not so they get a ring or anything. They just want to tell their friends. Like Ben said, they just want to love their friends. But when they see there's not 50 hands in their friend's pocket, they share with their friends. So number 1, retention. Number 2, duplication. Number 3, the ease of share. You don't need autoresponders. You don't need a funnel. You don't need to go out there, learn how to become a digital media, whatever. All you got to do is reach out to your friends, say, like Ben said, hey, I got a gift for you. It's free. Go on social media groups. I got a free gift for you. It's free. And that's the most comprehensive health assessment on the planet that any other wellness center on the planet, if it was going to give you something that detailed, it'd be between $175 to $249. You give that for free. And if they join for $9.95, we'll give you 5 of that back the next week. So even if they come in as a member, just to try it out, maybe place a couple of product orders, see if we mesh with them, they just went into your matrix. But it all starts with you becoming the product of the product, you proudly sharing what we're doing, knowing 50 people are not getting paid on your friends' hard-earned money, and sharing the love. So you got retention, duplication, ease of share, and the 4th thing that blows my mind and Ben's mind, I pinch myself every day, 0 competition. That's just the freak of nature. Even the universe, whatever you believe in, is, I don't know why we don't have a competition. I kind of know, because a lot of other people are greedy. And it takes a Ben Glinsky to run an efficient company that can do what it does with 2 million pioneers. So Ben, Lisa, Ryan, I want to, in behalf of 2 million plus pioneers, I want to thank you for what you're doing for planet Earth. With that, back to you, brother.
Awesome. Love it. And yeah, I mean, all that's totally accurate. I think the reason that, something that reason we're growing so fast, just, it's very rare that things align as perfectly as they are right now for us. And I mean, the fact that no one else has done it, that's why it had to be done. Someone had to do it. Nader and I had this conversation so many times, before I decided to actually come out of retirement and do this and get back into the field and get back into actively running a company. And it was because no one else was doing it. Someone had to fix this broken business model. And it's very rare in the network marketing industry or any industry that a company just so perfectly aligns with where the world is going, how consumers are spending their money with their buying habits, and creates products that people actually want that have true value. And that's why we've grown faster than any other company in the history of the network marketing industry, in the history of the supplement space, in the history of most industries out there. We're one of the fastest growing companies, period, in the history of the world, and we're just getting started. So it is really exciting. It is very, it's a special time, it's a special place, and it's a unique thing that doesn't happen very often at all. I mean, I can't think of another time it happened in the network marketing industry. Maybe Amway, when they kind of started this whole thing. But other than that, man, I mean, it's life changing. It is industry shifting, and we're doing it in a big way. And we're doing it right. We're doing it honest. We're helping people. We're changing lives. And all of you guys are, to thank for that. You're part of it, and you're making it happen. You're driving this thing, and I'm just super excited. That's what motivates me is that you guys get it. You see it. You want to change the world. You want to help people. You want people to see it and get it and share the vision, the mission, the passion, and all that stuff. And you're doing it with love and joy and happiness, as Nader says. And it's true. Like, do things with happiness. It works so much better than if you do it in a grumpy way. But that should be obvious. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Have an awesome weekend. Welcome aboard to everyone who joined this week. Congratulations again to everyone who achieved rank. If you haven't ordered product, if you're brand new, this is your first call, place your product order today. We've got some absolutely amazing products. Talked about a few of them on this call, but you can check out all of them on the website, and some new exciting ones coming as well. Be sure to join Dr. Ryan and Lisa on Monday for another awesome product call. That's all we got. Thank you guys so much. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend. We'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
See you all on Monday.
See you guys.
Go get tour takers. Brand new tour page.